Welcome back, everybody. Today, we're going to be doing a deep dive
Mm,
into True Wealth by Ken Honda.
sounds good.
And we've got some excerpts from the book itself.
Aye.
And I gotta say, it's not your typical finance guide. It's more like
Yeah.
a personal growth journey,
Oh,
kind of wrapped up in this captivating story.
interesting.
Yeah, so think less spreadsheets and more like self-discovery.
Absolutely. I think Honda uses this really engaging narrative style
Right?
to explore what it truly means to be wealthy.
Yeah,
It goes way beyond just money in the bank.
exactly. And speaking of the story,
Okay.
we meet Kay, our protagonist.
Okay.
And he's kind of at a crossroads in life.
Hmm.
He's dealing with the loss of his grandfather.
Oh, wow.
He's questioning his career path
Uh-huh.
and just feeling a bit lost.
Yeah.
I've definitely been there.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever felt that way?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
I think that sense of like searching for meaning and purpose is something that a lot of people can relate to,
absolutely.
regardless of their financial situation.
Yeah, and Key's journey really starts to unfold when he receives an unexpected inheritance.
Oh.
But it's not a pile of cash like he was expecting.
Oh.
Instead, it's a series of letters
Okay.
from his grandfather,
Oh, wow.
and each containing a piece of wisdom about finding true wealth.
And these letters aren't just vague philosophical musings either. They
Okay.
offer practical advice
Yes,
and encourage Key to take action.
they
For
do.
example, one of the early letters talks about the power of synchronicity.
Mm,
Those meaningful coincidences that seem to guide us
yes.
towards our purpose.
And there's this one story about how Key ends up on a spontaneous trip
Hmm.
thanks to a last-minute flight deal
Oh, wow.
and a chance encounter that seems almost too perfect to be random.
Wow.
It really makes you wonder,
Yeah.
what synchronicities are we missing in our own lives
Mhm.
because we're not paying attention?
It's fascinating how Honda weaves those elements of surprise and serendipity
Right.
into Key's journey.
Yes.
It reminds us to be open to the unexpected
Right.
and to trust that sometimes the universe has a plan for us.
I like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of guidance,
Okay.
Key encounters some pretty amazing mentors along the way.
Yeah.
First, there's Mr. Saruda,
Hmm.
a kind-hearted retired businessman
Okay.
who embodies this idea of generosity and living a life of purpose.
And don't forget the detail about Mr. Saruda
Oh, right.
being the one who sends Key's family those delicious crabs every year.
Yes, I love that.
It highlights this idea that true wealth is often about the connections we build
Yes.
and the impact we have on others, even in seemingly small ways.
I love how Honda weaves those little details together.
Yeah.
And then there's Mr. Tokiyama, a head priest,
Okay.
who offers wisdom about living in the present moment
Right.
and cherishing each encounter.
His teachings about Ichigo Ichi are so powerful.
I love that.
It's about recognizing the uniqueness of every experience
Yeah.
and appreciating the impermanence of life.
Mm,
Instead of dwelling on the past or worrying about the future,
right.
we can find true wealth in savoring the present moment.
I've been trying to be more mindful of that in my own life,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to spending time with loved ones.
It's definitely a practice,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the rewards are well worth the effort.
For sure.
And we can't forget Mr. Somchai,
Okay.
the millionaire Key, meets in Thailand.
Yeah.
He introduces the concept of the money container,
Okay.
which really shifted my perspective on wealth.
For sure. It's not just about how much money you have.
Right.
It's about your capacity
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
manage and utilize it effectively.
Exactly. Mr. Somchai suggests that if your container is small,
Hmm.
even a large influx of wealth won't necessarily bring happiness or fulfillment.
Right.
It's about developing our inner resources,
Okay.
our values, and our sense of purpose so we can handle wealth responsibly and use it to create a positive impact.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. It really challenges you to think about wealth in a holistic way, right? Not just as a number in your bank account,
For sure.
but as this like reflection of your values and your overall well-being.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And as Key continues on his journey,
Okay.
he encounters some setbacks and heartbreaks,
Oh, yeah?
like his breakup with Emmy.
Mm.
But these experiences ultimately contribute to his growth and understanding of true wealth.
It's interesting because even though he's learning all these valuable lessons
Right.
from his mentors
Yeah.
and his grandfather's letters,
Uh-huh.
he's still human.
Oh, yeah.
He still makes mistakes.
Correct.
He still experiences pain and loss,
Yeah.
but he keeps moving forward.
That's what makes his journey so relatable. I think
Yeah.
it reminds us that the path to true wealth
Okay.
isn't always smooth sailing.
Mm.
There will be challenges and setbacks along the way.
Right.
But it's how we navigate those obstacles that shapes our character and ultimately determines our success.
And speaking of navigating obstacles,
Yeah?
Key's journey takes him to Bhutan,
Oh, wow.
a country known for prioritizing gross national happiness
Okay.
over material wealth.
Interesting.
It's a stark contrast
Yeah.
to the consumerist culture he's been exposed to.
What's fascinating about Bhutan is their focus on contentment, simplicity,
Right.
and living in harmony with nature.
Hmm.
They challenge the traditional definition of progress and success,
Right.
prompting us to consider what truly matters in life.
It's not about accumulating more and more possessions,
Right.
but about cultivating a sense of inner peace and fulfillment.
Exactly. And Key's experiences in Bhutan
Yeah.
really challenge him to rethink his own values and priorities.
Okay.
He starts to understand that true wealth isn't about external validation
Hmm.
or material possessions,
Okay.
but about living a life that aligns with his authentic self.
And throughout his journey, those letters from his grandfather continue to guide him,
Yeah.
especially when he finally reads the last one,
Okay.
which reveals the distinction between fate and destiny.
That final letter is so powerful
Right.
because it emphasizes the power of choice.
Yeah.
It suggests that while some things in life are predetermined,
Okay.
we still have the ability to shape our own destiny
Right.
through the decisions we make
Right.
and the actions we take.
So it's not about passively accepting whatever life throws at us, but about actively creating the future we desire.
Exactly. And we see this shift in Key's attitude as he
Yes.
progresses through the story.
Mm.
He goes from feeling like a victim of circumstance
Right.
to becoming the author of his own life.
You know, one of the things that resonated with me from the book
Yeah.
is this idea of life work.
Okay.
Finding that sweet spot where our passions and talents intersect with a sense of purpose.
Right.
It's about doing work that feels meaningful and fulfilling,
Yeah.
not just a means to an end.
That concept really resonated with me as well.
Yeah.
Honda suggests that sometimes clues to our life work
Okay.
can be found by reflecting on what we enjoyed as children, the things we were naturally drawn to
Okay.
before societal expectations or external pressures influenced our choices.
That's such an interesting point.
Yeah.
I've always loved writing and storytelling, even as a kid. And now here I am hosting a podcast about personal growth.
See, it's like those early passions
Yeah.
were a foreshadowing of your life work.
Hmm.
It's fascinating how those threads often connect
Yeah.
in unexpected ways.
And the book doesn't shy away from the topic of failure either.
Right.
It actually reframes failure
Yeah.
as a necessary part of growth and success.
Remember Key's experience with the Tom Yum Kung pizza?
Oh, yeah.
He initially thought it was a brilliant idea,
Mm-hmm.
a huge success,
Right.
but it ultimately backfired and created tension among the restaurant staff.
That was a pivotal moment for him.
Yeah.
He had to confront his ego and recognize that true success involves considering the well-being of everyone involved, not just pursuing individual gain.
Right.
It's a reminder that humility and empathy
Yeah.
are essential qualities for achieving true wealth.
Absolutely. And it highlights the interconnectedness of our actions.
Right.
True wealth recognizes that our success is often intertwined with the well-being of others.
It's about creating a ripple effect of positive impact rather than just focusing on our own individual goals.
Sure.
True wealth really encourages us to expand our definition of success beyond material wealth
Right.
and consider the impact we're having on the world around us.
Yeah, it's like that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Right.
When we focus on creating a positive impact,
Uh-huh.
it benefits not only ourselves, but also the people around us.
Exactly. And true wealth really emphasizes that interconnectedness.
Mhm.
It's not about a zero-sum game
Right.
where one person's gain is another person's loss.
It's about finding ways to create win-win situations
Okay.
that contribute to a more abundant and fulfilling world
Right.
for everyone.
And that's where this idea of true wealth as a journey really comes into play.
Yeah.
It's not about reaching some ultimate destination of perfect happiness or financial abundance. It's about embracing the ups and downs,
Right.
the successes and failures,
Yeah.
and learning from every experience along the way.
There's this beautiful analogy in the book
Okay.
where Honda compares achieving success to climbing a mountain. The path might be arduous and challenging,
Okay.
but the view from the summit is breathtaking.
I like that.
It's a reminder that the challenges we face along the way
Yeah.
often make the journey even more rewarding.
When I think about my own journey, those challenging moments have definitely been the times when I've grown the most,
Right.
both personally and professionally.
I completely agree. It's
Yeah.
like those challenges force us to dig deeper, to tap into our resilience and resourcefulness,
Okay.
and to discover strengths we didn't even know we had.
And speaking of challenges,
Yeah.
the book also addresses the topic of failure,
Right.
but it's not in a way that makes you feel discouraged or defeated.
Yeah.
It actually reframes failure as a necessary part of growth and success.
Honda even goes as far as to say that success without failure is dangerous.
Wow.
It's such a thought-provoking statement.
Yeah, it is.
It challenges us to question our fear of making mistakes
Okay.
and to recognize that failures are often valuable learning opportunities in disguise.
It's like that saying, you can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs.
Right.
Sometimes we need to stumble and make mistakes
Right.
in order to learn and grow.
Exactly. And those failures often teach us more than our successes ever could. They force us to reevaluate our approach,
Right.
to get creative, and to find new solutions.
And sometimes those failures even lead us in unexpected directions that turn out to be even better than our original plans.
Absolutely. It's like the universe has a way of redirecting us
Yeah.
when we're on the wrong path.
Yeah.
It might feel like a setback at the time,
Right.
but it's often a blessing in disguise.
Right. As we wrap up this deep dive into true wealth, one of the final messages that really stuck with me is this idea that we are given the choice to change our lives every day.
It's such a powerful reminder that we're not stuck in our circumstances.
Right.
We have the agency to make different choices,
Okay.
to create new opportunities,
Right.
and to shape our lives in a way that aligns with our values and aspirations.
And it's never too late to start.
Right.
Whether we're in our 20s, 40s, 60s, or beyond,
Yeah.
we have the capacity to transform our lives and create a more fulfilling future.
So as you reflect on this exploration of true wealth,
Okay.
what's one action you can take today to move closer to your own version of true wealth? It could be anything from practicing gratitude for the abundance you already have
Okay.
to taking a step towards a long-held dream.
Remember, the journey begins with that first step.
Right.
It's about taking those small, consistent actions that over time can lead to profound transformation.
And if you're looking for further inspiration and guidance on this journey, we highly recommend checking out Ken Honda's True Wealth.
Okay.
It's filled with practical wisdom and insightful stories that can help you unlock your own potential for true wealth.
Until next time, keep seeking, keep growing, and keep embracing the journey towards a life filled with meaning, purpose, and true wealth in all its forms.